Hey everyone, in today's video, I want you to think about things. I want to talk about your mindset and domestic terrorism in the United States. What you see here are rolls of hay. Working in the field of terrorism in my past life, we used to have a saying that finding a terrorist or terrorist group is like finding a needle in a haystack. It can be one or more. The color is unknown. They can be black, white, brown, yellow, red, and it is unknown. It can be one lone individual working as a lone wolf, or it can be a small group. Now imagine, we're talking about finding a needle or a group of needles across 50 states. You don't know who they are. You don't know what they look like. So all you have to go by is what you see and information gathered from other sources to build a profile to try and find this or these individuals before they attack. So you look and you see masses of individuals that are around you, and one or two or three or four of these individuals could be the ones who want to pull off the attack and cause harm to you. And they can be in numerous places you don't suspect. And the advantage they have is when selecting their target of opportunity, they're looking for soft targets. They're looking for places they can surveil, and they can determine the best time and place to pull off the attack. So when we think about finding the needle in the haystack, these could be in locations and places that we like to spend time vacationing on trips with family or alone. It can be sporting event venues, cruises, churches, airports, train stations, and many locations where there's mass gatherings of people, shopping malls, churches, things of that nature. And our goal is to not necessarily avoid these places. It's to be smarter and have a better mindset to stay left of bang and to place ourselves in better opportunities to the best we can avoid the bang situation. And that's by being smart and applying basic principles. The good news is when it comes to terrorism, fighting terrorism, and the battle against terrorism globally or on a domestic scale, is our job is not to go find terrorists unless confronted with if you see something, say something. Okay, what we're talking about here and have been in previous videos is there is a threat of terrorism in the United States, and we're talking about ways to go about keeping yourself safe. And you've probably seen the circles here in layers of security and depth. If you have followed Hope for Survival for any time at all or read my first book where we talked about it, if you look at the small circle within the circles, that's the high security zone, okay? That is you and your family wherever you may be. This may be your living quarters, it may be in your vehicle, when you're at church, when you're out shopping, and you're in a restaurant. These are the areas that are high security. That is your most valuable assets, your family, are with you. And your job is to think ahead, stay left of bang, think outside the box, and know everywhere you go what you're going to do if confronted by a situation, on how to get immediately out and extract from that threat situation, in the hope that you don't have the final straw of having to defend yourself and defend your family. Okay. And if you look at the outermost circle, it says community, outer intelligence gathering. Um, this is out in your community. This is doing your homework. This is understanding what is going on around you. Okay, this is what places are safe. Where are crime areas in your community that you should probably avoid? What's the best time to go grocery shopping? What's the best time to go to the mall? Does your church have some form of security in place? These are the type things that you should know and that you want to know, um, wherever you go in the world that we're living in today. And you've heard me talk about the 5 Ds of security: deter, detect, deny, delay, defend. Well, in almost every situation of places where you go, because of past threats, businesses and cities, and the federal government to some extent, they have put measures in place, law enforcement. Okay. They've put layers of the 5 Ds in place to try and protect you wherever you may be. You can be the best asset to your own personal safety, and that is being smart, um, about everything that you do, and not being dependent upon a system. Use the assets of the system to better defend yourself, but also be able to recognize where you are and where there are vulnerabilities that could impact you. Okay. You go places and there's barriers, there's parking garages, there's parking on the street, there's one-way traffic, there's police patrols. There's all kind of different measures in place. You go to airports, you can't leave your vehicle unattended. They have parking more than 100 feet away from the facilities. So what they're doing is basically the 5 Ds of security. Okay. And they're trying to put barriers and measures in place to deter anyone from being a threat. Okay. And by having barriers and bollards and pop-up gates and things of that nature, they're eliminating the threat from a truck or a vehicle down to a motorcycle, a two-wheeled vehicle, a bicycle, down to a human, which then becomes the human, possibly something they're wearing or in a suitcase or a backpack, things of that measure. So what you're looking for is you're not having to identify a vehicle or something of that nature that's a threat. You're basically looking, wow, it's 90 degrees outside and that guy's wearing a trench coat, or that person looks awful skinny except underneath their jacket they look really bulky, or why are they carrying a backpack that looks like it's crammed full of stuff, or you see protruding wires out of it, or you're standing in line at a post office and you see someone ahead of you that's going to mail a box and the box looks really greasy or oily, and there's maybe wires protruding out from the wrapping on it. There's all different things and all different methods of things that you can look for. You just got to know what you're looking for. But to be casual and to never have your eyes open and always depend upon a system to protect you without you applying any effort at all will get you hurt. So you got to give these things thought, and know the areas you're going to, and pay attention to the news that changes, it seems, every day with potential threats. If you're going into cities, know where you should go and shouldn't go. Should you use public transportation? There's many different facets to it, but the key again is in order for you to stay alive and keep yourself and your family safe, you've got to be smart. Okay. You've got to know things to avoid. You're walking down a sidewalk with your family, and 100 yards, 50 yards ahead of you, you see a group coming towards you. Go into a store, cross the street to the sidewalk on the other side. You got to basically be vigilant at all times. What is not normal? What is out of the norm um, that is around you? All right, especially if you're going to a city you haven't been to before, or a town you haven't been to before. Everywhere is not a threat. Every person is not a threat. But it's like playing hockey. You're the goalie, and you've got to stop every shot on goal. Meaning, a bad person that wants to hurt you, or a terrorist, they've only got to get it right one time, and the rest is up to you. So keep your head on a swivel. Be smart. Um, Advance your game. Always being alert. So if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them uh, below the description box. Or if you want to email me, you can email me at preparedness101@protonmail.com. Or if you have any comment, just ever how you would like to share it. Okay. The point is I want you to get something from this information to better help you keep yourself safe. And if you like this video, hit like. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And until next time, count your blessings. And always remember, we are blessed people. Bravo Echo out.